AI makes editing images very easy and quick. You do not need any editing skills or special software like Photoshop. In this video, I'll show you how we can edit images with AI using Qwen-image. Let's get started. We'll click on Edit Photos here, and once we are here, we can upload the image that we want to edit and also the settings that we want. So for the model, I'll choose Qwen here. In the first one, I wanted to edit the text. So you can see here it says freshly baked, open 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So I wanted to change it. So I asked Qwen to change the text from freshly baked to Exodus Bakery, and to change the time from what we can see here to 9 up to 7. So it did the Exodus Bakery extremely well. You can see it maintained the font that is in the original image. For this one, however, the 9 a.m. is correct, but instead of 5 p.m., it says 6 p.m. Overall, the editing was good. So for this prompt, I wanted to do two things at once, to change the color of the sweater and also the text that is written here. So you can see from the prompt, I wanted the sweater to be purple, and the words to say Qwen-image edit is live on Learn Hive. It did very well overall, except for the W here, which it used U instead. But the rest is extremely good. The person is maintained exactly like in the original image. The sweater is the same, just a different color, and so on. So to be able to move from this to this with just this prompt is very good. It will take you a lot of time if you are doing this, let's say in Photoshop or other editing software. Then for this prompt, I wanted to change three things at once: to change the color of the sweater, to change the text here, and also to change the background. So you can see the prompt here: want the sweater to be pink and want the words here to say AI image editing is cool. Then want to change the background to the beautiful park with the blue sky. And when you look at the edited image here, it's beautifully done. Everything that we requested has been done, except for the hair. You can see that the hair there and here is slightly different. We didn't ask it to do that, but overall, this is very good. Again, if we are using software like Photoshop and other editing software, this would take a lot of time. Then for this one, I wanted to use this original photo to generate a professional headshot for a LinkedIn profile. So I gave it a simple prompt, this one. Perhaps this was way too simple, but you can see the results is not very different from the first one. Just change the lighting conditions. You can see it removed the shadows here and on the face there. And here there was this slight parting of the lips. You cannot see it there. And it added this, which doesn't mean anything. So the results were not as I expected. Maybe with good prompting would probably get good results. This was an interesting one. I gave it the front view of the Nissan Patrol V8. Then I asked it to generate the side view. It gave this result, which you can see is very impressive because there's nothing from the original image that is giving out this view. So this is completely generated from the understanding of the model. It's not very accurate as you can see, but it's close enough. So we can see here the side mirrors are black, but here we can see they are silver. So you can see the outers of the windshield here are black, but here it has made them white like that, and other minor issues that it introduced. But ultimately, to move from this to this without extra information is extremely good. And to be able to do that with this simple prompt is really, really good. Then I wanted to do something similar to the previous one for this photo. So we have this original photo of this family. I wanted to see the back view if the camera was behind them. So I gave it a very simple prompt, just said back view of the family, and this is what it gave. So you can see a lot of details here. First of all, we can see this child in this one. Then the man was lifting the child here. You can see the hands are just down holding this boy there. And the posters of the entire family here is different from the posters here. Then even though we place the camera behind them, you can see that the view here in the background is the same as the view here. So this isn't the back view, but it was quite clever. And when we look at the general features of this family, we can also see them here, which is not bad. For this one, I wanted these words Qwen-image to be behind the red D, then it's live on Learn Hive to be in front. So that's the prompt that I gave it, but the results were not as I expected. So this Qwen-image editing should have been behind, then these should have been in front. So it didn't do well here. So I tried to change the prompt a little bit, but still I got the same results. At some point I tried an attempt similar to this. It worked very well. For some reason it could not pull it off this time. Qwen-image is good with text in English and in Chinese. So I wanted to see if it could translate this freshly baked to an equivalent in Chinese. So I gave it this simple prompt. It gives these characters which are very convincing, but after doing the research, I realized that these characters are not real. They are close to the real characters, but they're not real, so they're not readable. If you try to translate these, you'll not get anything, but there are characters that are close to these. So the workaround was very clever, but the results are not what we wanted. So this was an interesting one. I wanted to single out a small edit in this group. So I wanted to change the glasses that the woman is wearing to blue, also the top that she's wearing to blue. So I gave it this prompt to change the top the lady is wearing to blue and also the glasses. And it did extremely well. So you can see the edited image here. It changed the glasses to blue, the top to blue, and everything else remains the same, which is very good. It shows that it understands this photo. It understands the environment and what is happening. It knows who we are referring to and also the specifics of our requirements. This was extremely good. I'll say this is one of the best edits from the test so far. This was also an interesting one. I asked it to change a lot of things. You can see the prompt here is very complex, but the results were stunning. Exactly what I asked for. Other editing AI models struggle with such, but this was very good. Then for this one, I wanted to change the style of the photo. So I gave it a simple prompt to use watercolor dream style, and this was the result, which is very good. You can see everything has been maintained just in watercolor. Then I used the same photo to try a different style. This time I used Pixar animation style and the result was stunning. The details on the edited photo are very similar to the original, just in Pixar style. You can see the clothes they're wearing, the environment and everything suits the original photo. So generally I noticed that Qwen-image is very good for editing images. You'll be able to do amazing work in just a short amount of time. If you are to do these edits using Photoshop, this will take you a lot of time, but we can see what we're able to do is just a few prompts here and there. Of course, there's room for improvement, making better prompts, but ultimately you can see that this is very attractive. This makes editing accessible to nearly everyone.